Hey guys, video 2, and today we're going to talk about individual differences, because we're all individuals and we're all slightly different. So we're going to have slightly different genetics. If we look at our ancestry and trace our ancestors back thousands of years, we're all going to originate from different areas around the globe. And if we look at evolution over thousands of years, we would have evolved to becoming accustomed to eating different types of foods from different areas around the globe. So that's what we want to sort of look at today. And I want to share a story. A guy, his name's Byron Robinson. He'd done some really interesting research looking at, his whole thing was looking at vegetarianism and veganism and figuring out what was better for people, whether it was animal-based proteins or plant-based proteins. And what he found was neither was better. It was an individual thing. So, and he actually, it was really interesting. He did 650 medical grade autopsies and basically looked at a thing called your enteron length, which is the full length of your digestive system, your mouth through to your anus. And he found that there was 100% difference. So it ranged from 21 feet through to 42 feet in length. And to explain that, I want to talk about this thing I call the rock to rot relationship. So basically, if we were to stick on the bench, say we had a kitchen bench here, we put a pile of meat and animal-based products over here, then we put some vegetables and fruits over here, and then we put some plant embryos, so nuts and grains and seeds over here on the bench. And we left them out for a week to decompose and break down. I'm sure we'd all agree that the animal's products, the meat and that sort of thing, is going to break down pretty quick and start to get smelly and start to decompose. Then the plant, so basically the vegetables and fruits, are going to start to break down, maybe depending on if they're organic or if you've got them from Coles or whatever, but maybe within a week they're going to start to look a little bit funky. And then the nuts and grains and seeds are going to take a lot longer to break down, big time. Unless we ferment them or soak them or something like that to help them almost be in a pre-digested, easier digested form. So when we look at this, what Byron found was that people that had a shorter digestive system were typically better suited and could extract more nutrients and digest these foods better. Animal products worked better with a shorter digestive system because it decomposed at a good, tempo for the length of that digestive system. Then when he looked at the longer digestive systems, these guys were typically adapted to eating more plant-based proteins. So things that had a bit more fiber in them and were going to digest and break down and decompose a bit slower, which it just makes sense. He also found that people that were having a lot of gastrointestinal issues typically probably didn't really work that well with nuts and grains and seeds and things like that were in a lot harder form to digest. And when maybe we removed them from people's diets or food intake, typically they did a lot better. But then potentially those things could be reintroduced down the track in a soaked or fermented form, and people would actually do okay on them. So really interesting stuff. It's just sort of getting back to basics. Look, what I've found is with food, I've found like protein should be pretty much a constant. So the source of which you get your protein from is going to probably be slightly different, but basically we all need protein in our diet. It's a building block of life, essentially. Then it comes down to carbohydrates and fats. And look, some people are that's an individual thing. Some people are going to do really well on having more fats in their diet and less carbohydrates. Just feel better, feel more energetic, feel less bloated, and just do better on more fats in their diet. Whereas, other people are going to do a lot better on carbohydrates. Like me, myself, I find that I do a lot better on carbohydrates. I feel more energetic. My energy levels are way better. I just feel a lot better. I feel less bloated, funny enough. Everything just works better for me. I perform better at the gym. My mental clarity is a lot better when I'm eating more carbs. So I guess the takeaway message from this video is everyone's different. Everyone's going to work slightly different, and different types of foods are going to agree with people slightly differently as well. So it's a matter of, I suppose, really becoming in touch with yourself and really listening to your body and asking yourself questions like, after you eat a meal, how are you feeling after you eat it? So like an hour after or half an hour after, how's your appetite? Are you craving things? Are you still hungry? Maybe you haven't eaten enough. Are you craving sugar or coffee or something to pick your energy up? What's your energy levels like? How are you feeling? Like, are you feeling good, mentally alert and awake? And are you satisfied? Like, are you satisfied after you eat a meal? Or if you're getting to like half an hour after a meal, and you're reaching for things, you're feeling mentally foggy, and you're not really feeling that great, your energy levels are down, then it probably wasn't the best meal for you. Yet if you've eaten a meal, you're feeling good afterwards, you're feeling satisfied, your appetite's in check, you're not craving any coffee or anything, and your energy levels are feeling pretty good. And maybe you're getting if you're having 3 to 4 meals a day, you're getting maybe 3 to 4 hours after this meal, and you're just thinking, yeah, I could eat again now, I'm ready to have some more food. Then that was probably a lot better meal for you. So again, just getting in touch with your body, getting in touch with how you feel on different types of foods, what bloats you, what doesn't, and what you have the most energy on, etc., etc. And that's going to be a really good indicator on what types of foods agree with you and what doesn't agree with you. So yeah, takeaway: everyone's different. Let's get in touch with ourselves. Let's get in touch with food, get in touch with natural foods, and figure out what works for us individually. Thank you, and bye.